What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? All right, we got another one here. Got a request, repeat customer. You can see these lines that are marked on the ceiling. All right, they're marked on the wall. What I have to do here is the customer is having a generator installed and the electrician marked out the sheetrock, and I have a request to come up and cut this out, and then when they're finished running the generator feeds, I come back up and I repatch the ceiling. So what we're going to do first is obviously have the right tools. If you don't have one of these guys, this is great for painting, sheetrock work. It's a little stool, it's aluminum, very light. Great price at the depot, get one of those, but we're going to use, you have to be careful behind this wall, right behind the sheetrock, you have a lot of wire. So you can't just go in and start cutting, you got to go very easy. We're going to use our multi-tool with a, with the sheetrock bit. And we're going to go nice and easy. We're going to go lengthwise first, and we're not going to cut across and have it drop. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do it in as least amount of pieces as possible, because I'm going to reuse the pieces I cut out to put them back in place when the electricians are finished. So what you need is a multi-tool, you're going to need safety glasses, and you're going to definitely need a mask. So let's get going, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, first thing you want to do is make sure your battery is fully charged. Let's check this bad boy out. All right, we've got full bars there, and bring extra batteries with you. Today we're going to use the brushless Octane multi-tool by Ridgid. And I'm using a bit here for sheetrock and wood. And what you're going to do is you're going to start it and you're going to plunge into it easy to start your cut right in. And then you're going to ride it all the way up, obviously, and go easy. You can't go any deeper than the sheetrock. The sheetrock looks like it's a 1/2 inch. So we're going to go easy with it. We're going easy and plunge cutting. This is what you want. You want to have your 2x4s with some spacing here. So when you replace the piece, you're going to put it back in. We're going to tape this up. That'll be another video. I'm going to leave this little piece here. It's not bothering anybody. It looks like they clumped this up at one end. We'll see how it looks when we go to repair this hole. But they need access to the top of the panel. They need access this way and all the way down this line. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start cutting the lengths the long ways first, and then I'll come across this way to break it so it falls down. And I'll try to do it in as least pieces as possible because I got to replace it and put it back in. All right, so I'm just going to take my multi-tool and I'm going to do the same thing, plunge cut all the way down both sides, and then we'll cut it maybe in 3 sections and put it aside. What you want to do, make it easy. If you want, you put a 1 here and a 1 here, and then a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3, so you know which pieces go back when you have to come back and replace it. I got the first section out. I'll bring it over to the garage door opener rod, and then I got another section here, if you can see. And what you want to do is, because the joists run this way, you have some screws in the middle holding the sheetrock. You want to take a pry bar, all right, and you want to get up here and you want to pull down with one hand right like this, get the pry bar up into the corner and just pry down slowly, and it'll pop out the screws right out of the sheetrock to get this section out. And you got to go easy, go every like 10 to 12 inches and go nice and easy popping it out so we can put these back in like a puzzle when we're finished. All right, and then just put everything against the wall. And the other thing you want to do before you do your sheetrock, when I come back where the joist is, I'm going to put a pencil mark in the middle. So when I put my piece up, I'll know where to screw my screws into the joist. So you're going to mark each joist when we go to re-sheetrock and patch it up. This is a sheetrock. Don't forget to get the screws out. Take the screws out, sheetrock screws, Make sure if they drop on the floor, you pick them up. But at the end, we're going to sweep up and vacuum this whole garage floor. You don't want to leave one of these on the floor and it goes in somebody's tire. You can see here, mice made it up into the ceiling. And another way you can tell is you can see the droppings. It's very important you wear a mask. You don't want to breathe any of this pee-pee caca in. It's not good for your lungs. All right, let's continue with this path down. Again, we're going to store everything here. The reason I'm breathing heavy is I got this mask on, and I'll tell you what, it saves you, but you can hardly breathe. All right, you're going to get yourself positioned on your stool. Always make sure you know where the other end is so you don't walk off of it and break your back. Come up here. You're going to take your blade and you're going to turn it on and you're going to plunge right into it and you're going to go easy. Follow the line. Don't go for cutting it fully at once. Just make that line first and then we'll go back and we'll worry about cutting through. Once you score the line, then you can go back and re-plunge it. Make it a few passes, you know, just to get the feel of what's going on up there. And we're going to do the same on that side, all the way through to the other end. All right, so we're finished. All I got to do is clean up. I'm going to get a broom. We're going to sweep this up, get the shop vac out. If you don't have one of these at home, even as a homeowner, I highly recommend it. It's an awesome work item right here. If you're painting, if you're doing any kind of work, it's awesome. It's lightweight. And I'll tell you, it makes the job, cuts the time in half, believe it or not. You don't have to keep moving a ladder. You know, this thing you can walk back and forth. But that's it. The doors are up. I'm going to sweep this out. We have a chase from one side all the way to the other. I'll show you the finished product. And when the electrician's finished, I'm going to come back and we're going to patch this up. Put the pieces over to the side. And that'll be it. So we'll catch you soon. All right, so there you go. The ceiling is opened, ready for the electrician. One other thing I'd like to say is use goggles when you're doing this, not safety glasses, because that dust gets into your eyes. Use goggles and take your time. You don't know what you're cutting on the other side. This is preparing the wall and ceiling for an in-house generator. So can't wait for the finished product. When I come back to patch the ceiling, I'll have a how-to video and we'll show you the generator hooked up to this house. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And like the video if this helped you out and you're getting your ceiling prepared for any kind of work, whether it be plumbing or electrical. This is how you're going to open up the ceiling. I forgot to mention, to get a straight line, you can use a chalk line. And you just mark it on one end, pull the chalk out, and snap the line. And that's how you get your straight edge. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. What do we got to do? Oh yeah, before you leave, clean up the floor. Actually make it look cleaner than it was before you got here. It goes a long way with customers, okay? What do we got? Hey, Sonny, where are you, son? Sonny? I know where Sonny is. He's right in here. Sonny? Sonny.
Yes, Sonny.